right, you about ready, dog?
Yes. I am born ready.
Oh, all right. All right, let's do it. What up, what up, what up? Episode 15 of the Shake and Break show. I got my man Enzo with me. What up, Enzo? No, don't worry about
Pop?
it. Don't even worry about it.
Sit in silence.
Nah, man. What's shaking? What's breaking this week in the hobby?
Bro, were you like Fanatics right there and I was Panini? Is that what that was?
Oh, man. Yeah. Now, before we go to that, I got you. Question of the week.
This one's for Mike.
I like it. Just don't fumble it. All right. Question of...
Don't throw up on the field.
All right. All right. So, question to start the night off. Your walk-up song if you're playing baseball in the majors.
Oh, that's a good one.
What's he got?
So, all right.
You can do some
I,
qualifiers
like
too. Like I get it.
Yeah, no, well, okay. So I, like many people, have thought of this. So there's a couple of different versions.
Okay.
My first version is Master of Puppets by Metallica.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Okay. Because that song just bangs and it's such a hype song. I think another one would be Big Pimpin' because Fred McGriff used to come up to that.
Yeah.
And I loved Fred McGriff because he's a Tampa boy.
And with that.
And I was like, man, that was the first time I heard that song. I'm like, what is that song? That song is awesome. And I realized it was Big Pimpin'. No words. He had just like the instrumental.
Yeah.
But so those are my two. What about you?
Ooh. All right. So yeah, I got my like instant first one I think of is second verse International Players Anthem.
I like it. Was
but
that Pimp C's?
Yeah, but then I'm like, depends on where I'm playing. Because you know me, I play a little bit to the crowd, right?
Oh, yeah.
So if I'm in Miami, Dale, Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah, of course.
So, like, it's... If I'm playing in Boston, like, some, like, Dropkick Murphys, like,
Sure.
So, But, like, just, going with one, I think it'd be Pepsi's verse.
Nah, bro, I'm changing it. If I was in Miami or, like, Texas, I would definitely come out to the Edwin Diaz trumpet song. That shit is so fire. That is the most fire entrance I've seen since Mariano Rivera's Enter Sandman.
Yeah, no, that's gas. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
First time I saw that, I couldn't even watch the TV, bro. I couldn't even make eye contact with it. I was just like, oh my God, this is just majestic. The dude was on the trumpet and he's like up there, he's getting into this shit. Diaz walking out of the bullpen. Like, yeah, I'm about to throw 3 Ks and shut the door.
Yeah, no, that's a good answer. That's a good answer. So we weren't even going to talk about this because it hadn't happened. But man, just hours ago, Panini loses their NFL PA contract.
Oh man. This is
First
bad
thoughts.
News Bears.
First thoughts.
All right. 1, not surprised. 2, still surprised though about the timeline that it happened. Didn't think this was going to happen for another year. 3, what is going to happen to current products? 4, are redemptions dead? 5, do Panini points mean nothing? There's so many questions that I have.
They've always meant nothing. Carry on.
That's a fair assessment, unless we're talking about sparkle packs, the ones that I've literally never been able to buy.
Well, then
because you have to
then they started selling them for cash instead of points.
Yep.
But
yeah, no. It's gonna be interesting, man. I mean, does the NBA follow suit? If so, what does the world look like for Panini? Do they turn into Leaf? I feel like they've been very outspoken about how Leaf is. I forget what they call them. Paul tweeted about it. Clown cards,
pajama cards,
pajama cards. So, like, are they gonna do that? Are they just gonna do basketball and wrestling until their contract expires there? I don't know. I don't know what it all means. Like, are they going to sue back and then like
they're
the
definitely
PA
going to sue the NFLPA, like 100%, unless there's a deal that happens.
Contract.
Yeah, like because they're kind of leaving them in a weird spot where, like, yeah, I mean, this is actually like their ramp up, right? They just started releasing new products for this year.
Sure.
Shit, Luminance is releasing Wednesday or Thursday, and like
maybe,
like I don't know how this affects it. Now, quite honestly, it would make sense that if the product has already been scheduled,
sure,
that it would probably freeze at that point, just because of how much production has already gone into it. Even though they don't Photoshop, jerseys off of people and things like that, but. I think like any reasonable like lawyer would be like, yo, you got to at least let them do what they have planned. Now if Panini only has planned through October, then yeah, I mean, that could be the end of it. So
yeah, I don't know what NFLPA has to provide them, or like, because you have to imagine the PA is going to tell the players not to sign any new cards, right? Like, they're going to tell them, okay, if you guys if you're contractually obligated to sign up into Mosaic, then sign to Mosaic, but don't sign anything else after that. Like, how does that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they could sue all they want, but if the players aren't going to sign and there's no autos, do you even have? I guess you could use stickers.
Yeah,
they have perhaps.
But again,
provided that they have stickers.
Well, I think you get down to like using a player's likeness, which you can't do.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know. I don't know what it's really going to mean. I can tell you the first thing that I noticed after the news was like everyone like cheering it on. And while I understand Panini's done a bunch of people greasy and they aren't like the best of companies, right? The thought of everything being Fanatics is a little worrisome based off of how monopolies in business work, right? Like it's not always good for the end consumer. And I feel like that's like possibly like where we're going with that.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know. It's there's a lot of questions, not a lot of answers. I mean, all we have to go off of is one Twitter post that somebody posted their NFLPA's like, position on it. It was just one paragraph. Aside from that, all we have is speculation.
Yeah.
So, but with that, what do you think next week's going to look like on the Shake and Break show, Mr. Papayan?
Ooh. Yeah, so next week we're gonna have our expert in the field of law on. Paul Lesko is going to be joining us again. We'll be at 8:30 Eastern. We'll let you know exactly the day or two before. But we'll have Paul on, and we're going to kind of deep dive into this in more detail. with someone that could probably speak to a lot more of the legalese than Enzo and I can.
Sure.
Plus, we're gonna see what happens over this next week, right?
Yeah. I will tell you guys, if you want to read anything about the Panini Fanatics stuff, make sure you guys go to @Paul_Lesko Lesko. He put up a nice thread kind of detailing his thoughts. Again, it's a lot of speculation until he can read the actual court filings. But he did say that he anticipates a lawsuit in the coming days from Panini towards the PA.
Right. Let me see here. Yeah, so we're definitely gonna have some fun next week as well. It won't be all law talk. For those of you who caught the last episode we did with Paul, it was one of our favorites personally. So we'll get into some fun stuff too, but definitely want to deep dive into that topic. But on a somewhat, I said on the topic, on a somewhat similar note, LeBron got a Tops Now card today.
Yes.
Interesting.
It was LeBron and Mookie Betts.
Interesting.
So that, brings up the speculation. It was LeBron done with Upper Deck. It's Top's first LeBron card in 14 years. And previously he had an exclusive with Upper Deck. I don't know the specificities of that contract, but I would assume it's no longer an exclusive. Interesting. So I wonder if we're gonna start seeing Allen and Ginter have a 1-on-1 LeBron auto.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If that is the case.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff that I definitely think they'll do it that way though. It'll be 1-of-1 chases. It'll be out of 10s. I don't think they'll cheapen it. I don't think you'll be able to get a top space auto of LeBron.
Yeah, I don't think he'll ever sign like that.
Yeah.
Doesn't strike me as the cat that
and
sit down for 4 hours.
And I know we've talked about it before,
cards.
but he owns a large swath of his rookie autos. And
yes.
So he's someone that understands the collectible side of things. And I don't think he's going to cheapen his own brand by oversigning for sure.
Well, yeah, because I mean, it's him and Michael both, right? They both have very limited auto prints.
Yep.
And for that reason, their autos are worth so much money. And I think Michael is actually even less than LeBron because obviously, they weren't doing autographs in '86.
Yeah.
And in the '90s. So, yeah, I mean, I wonder on eBay what a LeBron auto goes for. Let's just gander. LeBron autograph.
Yeah, what's he got?
All right. Let's go to sold. That's not an autograph. Okay, so his Upper Deck exquisite collection in his high school uniform, numbered to 30 BGS 9-man, went for $2K. And I would assume that's a pretty low end autograph for him. His 07-08 NBA SPX Upper Deck did $2,400. So we're talking $1,000, $2,000 just for any old LeBron auto.
That's so crazy, dude.
You know what I mean? But then if you get a rookie, here's a 2003 SP Signature Auto, authentic PSA 10, $14,400 on bid.
Yeah.
Oh my God, upper. Oh, that's a fake auto, but there's an Upper Deck exquisite collection, Michael Jordan, LeBron, facsimile auto.
It's wild. That's how rare those guys are to sign. Is that somebody made a
Yeah.
fake one?
Oh, here's one. Here's one. A real Michael Jordan LeBron 2004 2005 SP game used BGS 9 17300
Yeah,
on bid with Problemstein.
yeah. That actually seems light. I thought I was guessing 22.
Yeah. Well, it's on eBay, so I'd assume like for that kind of stuff, you definitely probably want to go to like an auction house.
Yeah.
That can market it a little better than Problemstein.
New releases coming up. Tops for Steam. What you got? What do you think?
Tops for Scene's an interesting set. It's they're thicker cardstock, and I think it falls more into like the PC stuff. Like obviously, like you get a good rookie auto, it'll be worth a little bit. The cards look really cool. They come in these like weird looking packs, but I think it's a great product to chase your PC in. Each box has 2 autos and an auto relic with 10 refractors. Excuse me. And then there's also an encased autograph or base card, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
So it's kind of got a little bit of everything. It's a deep checklist, which is pretty typical. But the auto checklist is about 74, 75 cards.
it's not
Some good
horrible.
names on there.
Yeah.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. There's some good names. So it's a little bit better odds than like Topps Chrome. Topps Chrome is 129. But there you've got like some of the good vets like Trout, Acuna, Kyle Tucker's on there, Buxton,
Xander
David Wright has
Bogarts,
autos,
Vlad Jr.
Tatis. Yeah. So like it's a little bit of rookie chasing, but also like, star chasing. Or in the case of Adley and Gunnar, both.
Yeah, for real. But yeah, no, it definitely, it seems
Gunner.
like
Yeah, there is Gunnar. Okay.
and they kind of made this comparison easy for me this year, but with like the was it snap, one per box.
Yeah.
It almost gives me like absolute hobby vibes, not absolute retail. Let me clear the distinction. The absolute hobby, they the thicker card stock, the design of them, it just definitely gives me that vibe, which again I think is a good thing for chasing your PC. I think the pricing secondary market wise is probably not where it should be. We've had this conversation with Topps in general. Their flagship stuff holds way much, holds value way better than, the alt sets, even if the alt sets are more expensive and look better and have a better design and
premium
just
card stock.
Yeah, it almost like doesn't matter, which I think sucks. But also I'm curious, man. I think part of what Fanatics is going to be doing is trying to make that shift to making these flagship products more attainable for the average person, and then having stuff that's placating more to the breaker market, where you're breaking a case of it, and yes, it might be more expensive, but your hit chances multiply with the case. I could totally see that type of thing happening with them. So I mean this could be kind of this is their first year doing pristine, like as Fanatics, right? Like Fanatics Tops.
Yeah.
So like I think they've done a great job with like the products that they've released since they've kind of taken over. So why not see it again? I won't be surprised if this product's better than it was last year. because they've been doing that a whole lot.
You remember the 2030 sets, insert set?
Yep.
I forget what product had it. Was it Finest?
Mm,
It wasn't Chrome. Whatever it was. These cards remind me of that
yeah.
design, the futuristic design. They're really nice cards. And again, you get like a nice PC auto and like get it slabbed up. It looks really clean, looks sharp. Good display piece.
Mm-hmm.
But you did say something that I think our next topic will kind of address too. So you said that the Topps Chrome holds value long term. Cosmic Chrome has entered the chat and would like a word.
Yeah, so Cosmic Chrome, I'm about. I really like Cosmic Chrome.
Yeah, so what Pop said is mostly true. Cosmic Chrome came on the scene last year. I'll be honest, we weren't very hot on it when it first dropped. It seemed like the finest flashbacks, the futuristic version of that. Topps Fire Chrome, if you will. People love this stuff, and the parallels look amazing.
Parallels are so sick.
Just amazing. And they've held value like pretty well, especially like for the big rookies, you know what I mean? Like Julio base Cosmic 10 goes for $90, which is pretty comparable to like his other stuff, across the board. The autograph checklist is ridiculous. There are some really, really cool autos in it.
In that regard, it reminds me of Ben Baller, where you're not hitting an auto every box.
Nope.
But when you hit an auto, if I see that there's an auto, we know it's going to be, 85, 90% sure it's going to be a banger. Whereas in other, in just regular tops, is like a 10% chance because of the way the auto checklist is,
Yeah, so base autos are 1 in 173 packs. There's 20 packs per box. So that's like once every 9 boxes.
Yeah, so they're gonna be short.
So they're a little shorter than last year. Last year I think it was like 1 every 4 or so. They don't have the checklist out yet, but just looking at the sell sheet, we got Yoshida, Corbin Carroll. Planetary Pursuit is like an insert. They have the Sun, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and then Pluto's the most rare. So like the farther away you get from the sun.
Okay, I like it.
Like the rarity of it is pretty cool. But I remember like last year, dude, the blue moon refractor was super sick. It almost looks like the blue sonar from Topps Chrome without like the radar in the background. It looks just like that. And then the gold interstellar was just gorgeous.
Yeah, no, I actually really, really liked. I was skeptical, but once I saw it, I was like, I really like this stuff. So I know we're getting probably 3-4 cases of it. So
sure, yeah, we'll be doing stack rips, case breaks, half case breaks. We kind of like to attack all the different price points about it. But yeah, it's a fun product. I think those would be some fun breaks.
You know what else is fun, Enzo?
What's that?
The U is back.
I don't know. We'll see about that.
The U is back.
Oh man, college football is right around the corner, dude, baby.
Is right here. So I just wanted to. It
starts this Saturday.
I just needed to say that now. I read an article on I think it was Bleacher Report, and I felt so disrespected. And I think Mario Cristobal and them boys are gonna get up this year and play some good football. That's how I feel. But it was like predictions for the ACC for this year, and they were like star players to bloom, and they went through like 3 or 4 teams. Nobody for the U. Okay, all right. Then it was like surprise stories. Nothing about the youth. Then it was like powerhouses. I was like, surely they saved us for powerhouses. Bro, they didn't even mention Miami once in the entirety of the article, and I was so disrespected.
Yeah. Well, I guess you could say it's probably better that than to be mentioned for your prediction of a lackluster season that is my Gators coming up. But you know what? I like it because I'd rather us start at the bottom and overimpress versus start ranked like Florida State, rank 8th. You can only go down, baby.
Florida State's
I
gonna
mean,
get
theoretically, you
exposed.
could go up. If they beat LSU, they'll go up. But you know what I mean.
They get
It's
exposed.
hard to go up when you're in top 8. Yeah, Rutcap. Look at the Rutcap in chat said he saw the odds on the Planetary Pursuit cards for Cosmic Chrome. Check out the different variations of it. Pluto's like 1 out of 54,000 packs. It's SSP. But yeah, college football is always fun. It's definitely my favorite thing to watch as far as football goes. I like pro football, but in my opinion, nothing beats the passion, as they say in the Feinbaum show, the passion, the pageantry of college football, dude.
I'm really looking forward to watching the American Conference this year. FAU.
And Club Lit's coming to Florida, baby.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So now, I think FAU is going to have probably a tough year, but that's all right. We're figuring it out. We're going to be a real program.
Yeah, real program. Yeah, it'll be interesting. We'll see what happens, dude. Is Georgia just going to repeat and college football just going to be boring?
This is the last year where it's 4 teams, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you excited for next year when for some reason Notre Dame makes it every year? Excited?
Look.
One loss Notre Dame. They play at home.
Tried it out there against Clemson. What was that, like 2018? My dude was trying so hard, and God love him. He was a good college quarterback. He could do nothing against Clemson.
Oh no!
Like he would get away, and there would not be a single person open. No. He was making all of this crazy stuff happen, only to throw it to a guy who's absolutely blanketed.
It was,
and that is the day that I realized that Notre Dame just does not, at the time, does not belong with the big boys. Like every year they were getting in because obviously like they played really good during the regular season, but just that talent disparity, dude. It's something about college, bro. Like you get to those playoffs, man, and it's hard to fake it. You know what I mean?
Well, that's why I like the playoffs, and I think that all it takes is a few years of that. Like I think that they got exposed against Clemson, and I like even if they were borderline, like I don't think they were gonna get another chance for a few years after that.
Yeah.
But it'll definitely be interesting. I like the idea of having more teams because it's still football, and as like the talent disparity is there, yeah, but there's still like miracle stories because it's just one game.
Oh yeah, I mean, and like really that disparity only exists with maybe like the top 2 or 3 teams. You know what I mean?
And
so
I
like
think
everybody else is right there with each other.
I think coaching like really matters as far as like scheming up, because if it's like a 8-team playoff and you got to play another game after this week, you only have a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Whereas like before with like bowl games, dude, they got like a month and a half to prep for a bowl game. So I think it's going to be really interesting to see as the playoffs expand how coaches deal with it.
Yeah.
Chat's going wild, I see.
Yeah, no, I had to drop the LOL in there. College football is fine and great. NFL's about to start too, man. It's about to be just full-fledged football season, man. I know you're excited being an Eagles fan. You know, we've
Yeah.
talked about
Oh yeah.
the Eagles and their position. I'm excited for the Patriots just in the sense that like I'll be able to watch an offense that isn't anemic. So that would be cool.
Maybe.
Bill O'Brien offense. Well, if it's still anemic, then I got nothing, dude.
Are we gonna see a resurgence from Macaroni Jones?
I think so. This is me and Lambo have talked about this because you know we're both diehard Pats fans, but this is his year to prove it. And if he doesn't prove it this year, he just doesn't have it. I mean, he's got his college offensive coordinator calling plays for him, like a guy that knows his play style, that knows how to run an offense around him. Which is a stark contrast from last year, obviously, with Matt Patricia. So if he doesn't do it this year, then it's Zappy time, bro.
Hey, watch the Patricia slander, bro. He's a defensive coach now on the Eagles.
No, I love Matt Patricia. He's a phenomenal defensive coach.
No,
he should not ever be calling offense.
I remember when I remember when Chip Kelly was the Eagles coach, and he made Juan Castillo defensive line coach, our offensive coordinator. I was like, oh, I'm out.
Yeah,
I was like, I liked your vegetable shakes like and shit, but this is too
Chip
far,
really went downhill fast, huh?
Oh man. So funny enough, like it was like you could see the writing on the wall. He's just like he's like not Philly at all. Which is why I really like Sirianni, and I think he's done a great job of representing that community and like uniting with the team in that way. Chip Kelly is way more West Coast.
Oh yeah, he hated Shady McCoy, bro, which was a sin in my eyes. I love Shady.
Yeah, McCoy. There was just a lot of things I didn't understand.
Shout out
Sam Bradford
to the God.
Or Sam Bradford.
That one was for Rutcap because Pitt. God.
But yeah,
Sam Bradford.
Dude, so
Kevin Cobb.
Oh man,
was that Chip?
No, I think Kevin Cobb was inherited by Chip.
Oh, okay.
That wasn't his.
Didn't do much with it.
Nah. And for the record, I mean, Chip Kelly had Nick Foles.
Yeah.
Couldn't win a Super Bowl with him. Fraud. All right.
Fraud. Best Super Bowl quarterback in the history of Super Bowl quarterbacks, bro. Never lost one.
Yeah.
Beat Tom Brady.
I know you and I have talked about this, but like it is absolutely unreal. If you watch from the end of the Falcons game, so the Falcons were the first Eagles playoff game, and you just watch Minnesota and the Super Bowl, and no one told you who Nick Foles was, you would just be like, that guy's the best guy in the league. Like if you didn't know, if you didn't know anything about the NFL and you just watched those two games, you're like, this guy is the dude. And it doesn't make sense. He was putting throws into the
that whole Super Bowl didn't make sense.
The most perfect spots on every freaking pass.
What was that Clement pass? Your third string running back who just caught a dime.
Unreal. And then Doug Peterson was like just lightning in a bottle that Super Bowl.
Yeah. I mean, we were going into that Super Bowl. We were both like top ranked defensive teams.
Yeah.
And you would not know that from watching that game.
No,
the defense was nowhere to be found until like the very end.
Yeah. No, I mean, it is definitely like the craziest stretch of quarterback play that I've seen, aside from Brady against Atlanta in the Super Bowl. God. I just because everyone in the building knew what was going to happen, and it just kept happening, and you're like, oh no,
bro. People were blowing up my phone at halftime. Oh man, you guys are gonna lose to the Falcons. You guys suck. And I'm like, hey guys, game's not over. bro. I called so
Oh,
many people at
man.
the end of that game. I went down. It was like a '90s movie. I sat down with my phone book and like the rotary, and I just was crossing names off with a pencil and shit. Yeah, no, man,
Yeah,
that was amazing.
That was crazy. Second to Wentz. Hey, leave the Wentz slander alone. That guy has a hard enough life, man. Man, you just I feel bad for him more than anything, bro. First off, I like Wentz. He's a little bit of a crybaby, but I think ultimately he's a good dude. And that has to be the saddest thing. My man was going to win MVP. It wasn't
as a rookie.
No, second year, but it wasn't
second year.
Like it wasn't close. He was running away with it.
Yeah,
he was still second in voting, missing the last 6 weeks of the season or 5 weeks of the season.
Sure.
So like, and then career-changing injury, and then had to watch the backup go on that run and win his Super Bowl. His Super Bowl. That was gonna be like Wentz's moment, and it was gonna take everything he's worked for in his life and pay it off. Like it was, I got it, I did it, right? And then he would have went into the second phase of his career with that energy, right? But instead, this dude got injured, had his backup win the Super Bowl, and not only win the Super Bowl.
Your whole O-line got injured that next year too, bro.
Yep.
So
but not only win, dude, but
he had no O-line.
Nick Foles did it in such a way that everyone was like in love with the guy. So nobody in Philly wanted Wentz back. Like after that,
I was in love with the guy. I'm a Pats fan. I was like, this guy rocks.
So nobody wanted Wentz back. So like, he lost the Super Bowl. He lost his team. It was just
lost the locker.
It was
fans,
done.
All
it was done. And that definitely has to suck. But
sure.
What can you do?
Nothing.
Speaking of things that suck,
I was about to say, speaking of things that we're gonna try to do, we're gonna try to break some Luminance football. I don't know what that looks like anymore. We've pre-ordered a case. I haven't heard anything. It's only been an hour since the news dropped. As soon as we know something, we'll let you guys know.
Yeah, we were actually gonna drop it tonight before the show, but then we got that news. So hopefully they send us something tomorrow. We'll probably reach out to them just to confirm we still have the order.
Yep.
And yeah, if everything goes well, we'll drop that tomorrow night before the stream. Last thing before we go, I believe. Enzo. Are you gonna take him into the deep end? Oh shit! Yeah, the goggles.
Get your goggles on, boys. Let's dive. All right, deep end this week, courtesy of Lambo Michael, aka Mike Rogerson, the God. Let others collect who and how they want to collect.
Talk.
My God, the amount of shaming I see on Twitter or Facebook or Reddit, anywhere I look, people are always trying to shit on what other people collect. And like, to me, that's just whack, dude. If you want to collect mascot cards, go for it. If you like backup wide receivers, collect the shit out of them.
I got a gang of backup wide receivers in here, dog.
All right. So back in the day, I was collecting. I still do collect LaMichael Pirine. He was running back for the Florida Gators. He was the lifeblood of our offense in the darkest years that we've ever had. Still balled out. Went on to get drafted. He was in Mosaic. I loved Mosaic, so I did the rainbow. I think I'm 2 cards short, 2 1-on-1 short of the entire rainbow of Mosaic. And I remember I joined a break. And I said, like, oh, man, I need this Pirine. This guy was like, why would you collect LaMichael Pirine? It's like, that's like collecting. And then he said some other, like James Robinson. I don't know what he said. But the point is, cheer people on that are collecting. We all love this as a hobby. Some people do it to make money. Some people do it for the love of cardboard. Some people do it for both. However, anybody collects, just cheer them on, man.
Yeah.
Don't unnecessarily put people down for what they collect or how they collect, or if somebody gets a team that they don't normally get in a PYT, I do that all the time. Pop knows this. I chase rookies. So I've been chasing Riley Green a lot. Ben actually asked me, "Are you a Tigers fan?"
You're like, nah.
I had to be like, "No, I'm not a Tigers fan. I just really like Riley Green."
If you looked at my break receipts, you'd have no idea I was a Red Sox fan.
Yeah, no.
Zero clue. Not actually, probably the Eagles, if you looked at 2020 break receipts, you would know. You would either think Eagles or Chargers. But aside from that, I normally don't do my PC teams unless they have, a big chase like when, 21 draft with Meyer. That would get weird.
Yeah. Red Sox have been a hot team for a while in Bowman.
All right, so out of the deep end. Now that we're drying off, Enzo, what do we got this week?
Oh man, so we are in the process of closing a Topps Chrome Jumbo and Finest mixer. It's a half case of each, so a half case of Chrome Jumbos, that's 4 with 12 autos, and then a half case of Finest, which is 4 master boxes and 8 autographs, 20 autos total. We're down to 14 teams, man. We'll break that thing as soon as we fill it. Next up would be our 23 Bowman half case. So that's 12 autos. And going to be some color in there as well, chasing the top prospects. The new guy is now Junior Caminero with Drew Jones and holding second place with Collier and Montez. A lot of good chases left in that. Actually, I think we're down to 17 now.
How about that?
17 in that. And then, we've always got stack rips going on. Something that we're going to be doing going forward is if you've never been in a stack rip, oh, there we go.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. We never lost you.
Okay. But the stream blipped.
Not on my screen, but maybe it did.
Yeah, no, it did. Somebody said, "Uh-oh." Yeah, if you've never been in a stack rip. Okay. So, if you've know somebody who's never been in a stack rip, maybe they want to check out breaks but don't want to go crazy, send them our way, man. We'll give them their first stack shipped free. They can join something super cheap. We've got rips as low as like $9 every week. So that's a good way for them to kind of dive in, check out what breaks are about. Or if you have people that break elsewhere and you want to just send them our way, man, send them our way. Well, you guys know we have fun, and we'll do a little something for you if you refer somebody.
All that. Last thing before we go, we've been making a lot of content on TikTok and Instagram, especially. We're also starting to post YouTube Shorts, as well as all the stuff we do on Twitter. So just make sure that you're following us on every platform that you use. I can tell you that it's not the same regurgitated content on each platform. I'd say 75% of it is unique to the platform. So we're doing TikToks. It's at NoFlo Cards. Instagram at NoFlo Cards. Twitter at NoFlo Cards. And YouTube at NoFlo Cards. all of those things will have some cool stuff, videos and stuff. We're doing live pulls now, so like stuff that we've done in breaks. We're actually like taking clips of our breaks and posting those, so you can see how Enzo and I react when we pull some crazy stuff. Doing hit recap videos for the week every week. Baseball has its own, minute 20-second video of all the freaking fire we pulled this week. So there's a lot of cool stuff. Make sure you are checking all of that out. As usual, we're gonna shut the podcast off for a second, but we're gonna stay live for a few minutes and see if anybody wants to do some breaks.
Boom.
All right. Thank y'all for tuning in. It's been fun. Episode 15 of the Shake and Break Show. Until next week.
Let's ride.
Let's ride. All right.
Camera readjust. Isaiah, I saw your comment about Matty Ice. I ignored it when we were streaming, but we're not streaming anymore, and that it made me laugh. I mean, we're streaming, but not the podcast. You get what I'm saying. Matty Ice, you know?
Matty Ice has you all hot and bothered. Yo, actually, I just got something in the mail. Let me go grab it.
Ooh. Whatever could it be? Facts, Isaiah. All right. Well, while Pop's gone, we'll go over what's guys, we're down to 19 in OPC Platinum, 20 in the Topps Chrome Break, and 27 in basketball. Rip any of those.
All right. Does anyone want to guess what's in the box?
Where's it from?
It's from a friend. And so you can't guess because you should know.
Damn it. I was trying to pretend like I didn't, and then, maybe I could surprise you. But unfortunately not.
No, I know you know that I know. You know.
Yep. I know.
Eagles jersey. I wish this is a very small box. This would be maybe
roll it up and like a taquito.
Maybe a Eagles bustier or something.
An eagle thong, perhaps.
A Matty Ice Boston College jersey, which in theory is also an Eagles jersey. How about that? What's in the box?
He ain't lying. Just as a reminder, guys, on those PYTs, we do have offers open. Can't go like terribly low, but if you're thinking about it, send an offer. Won't hurt our feelings. Might counter you. Don't let it hurt your feelings.
Yo,
and, it'll be good.
So this I did not know about.
Whoa, that's cool.
Yo, Mike, if you're out there, appreciate you, bro. Our good buddy Michael from Steady Breaks. Looking us up. Yeah, those are sick. All right, and then now this I knew was going to be here. Look at this little foam guy.
about 1/3 of a team, Isaiah. It's close.
Where's Bowen? Now this I knew about. I did not know about the coasters.
Damn, that's crazy for a break. We did pay for that, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately we paid
If
for
it was free, we could entertain that opportunity.
if it was free, I'll be honest, 6 autos, I'd be busting it right now. Yeah, but this will probably be
Guess the auto win the card.
Maybe we'll do this in a jersey.
Oh, guys, Raz is here on Twitch. Everybody behave, okay?
Oh, yeah. Let me go put my pants back on.
Stetson Bennett is 2021. He was only 24, so this is definitely not his
Oh
year.
man, why you gotta do my dude like that?
I mean, he's basically Brandon Whedon 2.0.
Yeah, Enzo got loose jumbo here too, dog.
Oh, okay. Reading his hair. It's all good, Cat Dad. You know, I just have to give it to you because you're a Georgia fan and you guys actually win championships now. So
They said 6 jerseys with 6 autos. You're crazy.
half case of jerseys and one box of contenders draft picks.
I said we'll do a jersey break this weekend,
especially with Luminance and Limbo.
Yeah,
actually makes even more sense now.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get more because I only got 3 here, but we'll see what we can do. We'll get creative.
Yeah, unlike cards, they don't overprint jerseys, unfortunately, guys. We're learning.
Right now, Isaiah, we're excited for any because I don't know what's going to happen with that lawsuit and the NFLPA situation that happened today.
Correct. That's the big question. We got 6 people that want to do a random div on a loose jumbo. We'll do it. Loose means it's not part of a case. Raz is in if we get 5 more. Where's Rutcap at?
Yeah, Rutcap's gonna say he doesn't want in this loose jumbo, and then we're gonna hit another banger in his face.
No, Cat Dad, that's actually all of our chrome is from a sealed case. It's just loose. It's not part of a case anymore. It's a lone wolf. You know what I mean?
It's actually the last box in that case.
The last of the Mohicans.
Isaiah said, "Sure." I'm not sure if that's how he said it, but he gets the show, so I'm pretty sure that's how he said it.
It would be 79.
Yeah.
79 at Diver.
3 autographs. But yeah, I mean, if not, no big deal. We can just close up shop, and tomorrow we're gonna be streaming whatever we can fill. Hopefully one or both of those PYTs we can close up. Burris is in. We need 4 more. Again, if not, no sweat. I will say I'm a little surprised the teams that are left in both. It's some of the top chases in both breaks are still open. And I know it's a little scratch, but there's 20 autos in that Topps Chrome Jumbo and Finest mixer. It's 4 jumbo boxes, 6 finest, no, 4
finest, 4 jumbos. Yeah. So it's 8 boxes, 20 autos, color refractors, SPs to chase, tons of cards. Last one was really, really, really good. Good break.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we get a little treasure chest and And finest.
That's all I want. That's all I want. I want another treasure chest.
Mm.
I had a taste, and now Daddy needs more.
That's crazy.
Daddy needs more. That's all I want to do.
This hey yo. Feel me, bro? That's crazy. All right. Well, I think that's gonna be it for tonight. Thank y'all for hanging out, tuning in for the podcast.
Daddy chill.
Um,
Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. We're gonna look to run some stack rips and maybe a PYT or two. So yeah,
as
be posting
always,
out throughout the day.
if you appreciate the content we do, please like, share, follow, all of that fun stuff. Tell a friend. We've had a lot of people who have brought their friends into the fold, and now they're part of the family. We have a lot of fun on our streams, usually. Whether there's hits or not, we try to make it a good time. So let's keep growing the community. If you don't have friends, well, then you're also in a good place because you don't need friends here. You have family.
Yeah, family. Trying to sync that up.
But really appreciate y'all. Love y'all. We'll see you tomorrow night, probably 8:30 Eastern.
Do it. Do it.
Until next time, NoFlo Nation.
Let's ride.
All right.